Hello, good people, and welcome to Finance Skills Hub. Here we learn, we connect, and we grow. We continue exploring AI and how we can work smart and save time using tools like Claude, ChatGPT, Copilot, and the rest. Now, for Finance Skills Hub, what we do differently on this channel is that we don't just scratch AI, we apply it to typical work scenarios. And that is why you want to hit the subscribe button so that you don't want to miss out on any of the practical videos we do here. Now, in this video, we want to go back to a video we did 5 years ago. The idea is that you have a lot of invoices. You want to see the combination of invoices that sum up to a particular amount. This is particularly useful when you are doing reconciliation. At the time we were doing this, we did it with Excel solver. So we had the data and then we simulated. Excel solver was able to bring down the combination. Things have changed. Can AI make this better? That is what we want to explore in this video. So if you are game, join me and let's see how we can do this first with Excel solver. Then we bring in Claude in Excel to see how the process can be easier. So let's get started.
Finance Skills Hub, we just love to learn AI and data. Finance Skills Hub, we just love to learn AI and data. Finance Skills Hub, we just love to learn AI and data. Finance Skills Hub, we just love to learn AI.
Right, so let's begin with our case study. So what we have here is sample data, invoices from vendors. So currently these invoices sum up to 9788, right? But we want to find which combination of these invoices would give us 2820. Okay, so this is our target value. In the end, we want to highlight those invoices and we will now be able to sum them up to 2820. To do that, we will first do it with Solver and then we'll proceed to do this with Claude in Excel. So a few steps to do it in Solver. First, let's bring out our payment. So I'll just type payment here and I will reference this one. So this is going to be our target. Now, to be able to do the simulation, we need what we call a helper column. So I'm going to add an extra column here. I'm going to call this binary. Now, the idea is we want to fill this range, which I've highlighted, with ones, right? So after I've highlighted this, I'll just put in 1, press Control Enter, and then fill all these cells with 1. The reason we are doing this, we want to use this to multiply each amount and then use it for our simulation. Now, to do that multiplication, we are going to use Excel's SUMPRODUCT. Okay, so I'll just put SUMPRODUCT here. So essentially what SUMPRODUCT does is that it multiplies some values and then it sums, right? Very simple execution. So I'll come in here, go equal to SUMPRODUCT, and then I'll commit my 2 arrays. So the first one is the amount, okay? Then I'll bring a comma, and then I'll also select the binary range, which is this one, okay? So once I get this, this is the sum of the product of these, right? So that gives us 9788. Then after we are done with this, we'll find the difference, right? So I'll just come here and then subtract SUMPRODUCT minus the payment. And this gives us 6968. When we are done, this figure should go to 0, right? So the simulation setup will require this to go to 0. And then the numbers will be identified here. So that's all the setup that we need. Now that we are done, we'll go and then activate Solver for the simulation. So to get Solver, you will normally see it under the Data tab as part of the Excel add-ins. So you see Solver here. If you don't have it, you have to activate, right? So the process is you go to File, you go to Options, and then you go to Add-ins. Solver is part of Excel add-ins. So you click on Go, and then you just check the box and click OK, right? The shortcuts to do this is Alt-T-I, right? You press these keys one after another. It will bring you to the add-ins dialog box, and then you activate. So I already have it. So before we activate Solver, what we want to do is to put in a conditional format that will highlight the invoices that sum up to that target. So let's do that quickly. I'm going to highlight this range, okay, up to the last invoice, then come to conditional formatting. Then I will use a new rule, right? So in the new rule, we'll use a formula to determine which cells to format, right? So we'll select this one. Then we'll put in our formula here. So the formula is pretty simple. I'll click on this and then say that the first cell here, which is E6 in my case, you have to lock it only on the column side. So F4, F4, so that the dollar sign is only on E. Okay, if this is equal to 1, okay, I want the whole row colored. So $E6 is equal to 1. That is the formula that has to be met. And then we'll apply our color. So we'll come to format, come to fill, and then we'll choose a light green. Okay, so once we do this, I expect everything to be colored here. So in the end, it's only the invoices that match up to the target value that would be colored in green. So currently we have everything in green. Now let's make progress. So we'll now activate Solver, go to Data, Solver. This is the setup. Now, to get this done, we need to set the objective. So the objective here, so I'll come to set objective, select this, and then select this cell. Okay, we want this to be set to a value of 0. Okay, then after changing this, we'll come, then after setting this, we'll come and select our changing variables. So we'll come and then select this range. So this is what has to change to give us that target value of 0. Okay, so that is the initial setup. Then we have to add what we call a constraint. While these numbers are changing, we don't want any number greater than 1 and less than 0. Okay, so we'll add that constraint. So we'll click on add and then come and select this range. Okay, and then set this to bin. So bin here is binary so that we don't go below 0 and then beyond 1. So once I'm done, I'll click OK. It brings me back to the solver dialog box. Then we go and choose our solving method. So for this setup, we'll just go with the simplex LP. Okay, so that's all the setup that we need. So when I click solve, the idea is that it will highlight the rows. So let's go ahead and then we'll click on solve. So I'll go ahead and I'll click OK. So currently our objective has been achieved. This is set to 0. And then you'll notice that these 3 invoices, 829, 664, and 1327 are the invoices that sum up to 2820. So that's what we did with Solver some 5 years ago. Now let's move on to Claude in Excel. And let's give it the same challenge. We'll give it a prompt and then let's see how it executes this. So I have duplicated the same data set. Now, Claude in Excel is part of your Claude subscription if you are on the Pro or a higher license. So if you are signed up, what you need to do is to come to Home, then you go to your add-ins, okay? Then you search for Claude for Anthropic, right? So Claude in Excel can now be activated. And then once it's activated, you see this icon here. So what this means is that Claude now lives inside Excel. You can prompt it to get things done. So it's the same setup. What we want to do is just give it a simple prompt. Okay, so I already have the prompt copied, so I'm going to paste it. So we just ask it, which of the invoices in this sheet add up exactly to the payment received in D20, right? So that is my target cell. Okay, so I'm using Opus 5 for this purpose. So I'm going to commit this. I would expect it to ask clarifying questions if it's in doubt. So it will read the sheet, examine the data, and then come back and then give me the answer or ask clarifying questions. Right, so it goes straight to action and then it pulls up the invoices. So it just tells me that invoice 9191272 and 629 add up. In fact, it found two combinations. So I'm going to ask it to highlight the two sets in different colors, right? So this is the extra step. I've now asked it to highlight the two steps. When we're using solver, we had only one set, but this time round it's giving us two sets. So let's see if this is right. So 919, 1272, 629 gives us 2820. Okay. Then the orange sets 829, 664, and 1327 also gives us 2820. As you can see, it is now even going ahead to format and even add some extra notes, right? So that's how we are working now. Solver, data tables, what if scenarios are still very useful, but if you complement it with Claude in Excel, then you can even do more powerful things as you saw in this video. So if you want to explore how to use AI for work, not just in Excel, but across all your schedules, I'd like to invite you to join our Finex AI tribe. It's a community where we explore how to work smart and then use AI for work. I've shared the details on the screen. You can scan or register to join our community, and we'll be happy to see you. Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we see you in the next video. Have a good one.
If this video was helpful and you would like to receive more of these videos directly on your WhatsApp, you can send ad to this WhatsApp number. We'll add you to our broadcast list so you receive our videos directly. You can also visit our YouTube channel, Finance Skills Hub. All our old videos are here. Please subscribe for notification of new videos or connect with us on any of these social media handles. Thank you so much for watching.